Yo, what up YouTube? It's your boy P Money. Was good in the hood. Today we're going to start off with our subscribers. So I'd like to give a shout out to Bruna Da Silva. Yo, thank you for the support. Jamal Daniel, Arion Brutus, Chris Handel, Phil Essie, Junior, Novice, Dan Henry, and everyone else that helped me get to 100 subscribers. Guys, we're at 113 right now. Let's keep going to 200, 300, 400, and so on. If you subscribe, I'll give you a personal shout out on this channel. So subscribe, like, comment. Today we're going to talk about how I met the most famous black man in South Korea. All jokes aside. So as you guys know, I went to Korea in 2015 for a job interview. All expenses paid. So I hit up all my friends that were teaching English out there. So I hit up Sandra, I hit up Sabine, I hit up the whole crew. So after work one day, Sandra's like, yo, we're about to drop by my friend's house, after work. So I'm like, bet, let's do it. I'm trying to visit the city, meet new people. So we drop by this guy's house. His name is Sam, right? Sam Okyere. I'm like, bet, I talked to him, whatever. And while I'm there, I'm sharing with him my experience in Seoul so far. And so I tell him, yeah, like sometimes people would like stare and look at me, right? And he was just like, oh, they probably thought you were me. And in my mind, I'm like, why would they think I'm me? Like, are you some sort of like famous guy? Like, I was like, who does this guy think he is type thing? And, as we start talking, I'm like, yo, this guy's actually really cool. He's really humble. And we're talking about the country he comes from, Ghana, and the languages that he speaks, English, of course. And so we're talking about that. He speaks French. He speaks all these things. I'm like, so we're really vibing because I'm into languages. He's into languages. And we're talking about Pan-Africanism and how like all of Africa needs to unite and how like the West historically has divided Africa and cut it up into a way where we're all fighting with each other instead of seeing each other as one, right? And we're talking about his experience in Korea as a black man and how sometimes he had to deal with prejudice and people like moving, not sitting next to him on the train and stuff like that. So we're talking, we're vibing. And I'm telling him my experience and he's just like, what do you do in Korea? I'm like, yo, I'm here for a random job interview. So like we're both going back and forth. And then he tells me, yo, I have a movie coming out at the end of the year, end of 2015. And I'm just like, what, like in actual movie theaters or like, like just like a homemade video? He's like, no, like a real movie called Intimate Enemies. And lo and behold, it comes out and Sam is starring in the movie. And I'm like, it was only after I left his presence and like looked him up on Wikipedia that I was like, wait a second, this guy legit is an A-list actor in Korea. I mean, this is like the Denzel Washington, Will Smith. Actually, people think he looks like Will Smith. So that's his thing. Like, and because Will Smith is viewed so positively out in Korea, I mean, he's had that positive association ever since he entered into his acting career. He's acted in many TV shows, and he cannot walk the streets without being mobbed. Like, it's crazy. Like, no matter where he goes, people stop him. He's fluent in Korean. He can write Korean, speak Korean.
가나에서 왔고요. 한국에 온 지는 4년 반쯤 되었어요. 한국랑 뭐 지하철 타서는데 자리 세가 세게 비었거든요. 그래서 저는 앉으려고 하니까 어떤 아줌마가
And he's just a really chill guy. Asian Boss just featured him as the most famous black man in Korea. And he happens to be my friend. So I'm so gassed about that. And I'm just thankful that I got the opportunity to meet him and just to vibe. Because a lot of times people that are famous, they're kind of stuck up or, they don't really have that much in their head. But he's a really deep guy, really humble. And he also has a smoothie bar / restaurant that he opened up in Seoul. So if you guys are ever there, check it out. It's a really cool place. They have fruit smoothies and all sorts of drinks you can have. And so because I met him and I'm friends with him, I think that should make me tangentially, like somehow like the second order degree of like famous in Korea as well by association. But I'm so gassed. Like, Sam's my friend. That's just one of the amazing stories I have from Seoul. So stick around and you will hear more stories.